1835. The United States and a group of Native Americans start what would be a 6+ year war, the Second Seminole War, also known as the Florida War. It was a formative time in Seminole history and Florida history. As Americans tried to take over Native American territory in Florida, it was the resistance and leadership of Seminole Chief Osceola that furthered and helped protected the Native American group. Alongside the leadership of Chief Osceola, a second chief named Imatla, or as American soldiers called him, King Philip, was a tenured chief known for his wisdom. Prior to the war, Chief Imatla found a safe haven on a lush, secluded island where he and the Seminoles could find peace, a place safe from battle. The island would soon become the perfect spot for a new, small fort and would offer great protection for Seminoles. As much as the Seminoles loved the island, they knew their safety could be threatened at any time, even there. They kept canoes all around the island's shores in case they needed to escape. The island was surrounded by the calm waters of Lake Tohopekaliga, Toho for short. Its name is a Native American term which many believe translates to Fort Place. Centuries pass and ownership changes. That island, once a hideaway for Chief Imatla and the Seminole group, transformed into an exotic wildlife attraction located in Florida's Osceola County, named after the famed chief, and is only a short drive south of Orlando's more popular tourist destinations of today. This is the story and background of that island and an exotic wildlife park that once occupied the land.
May Walt Disney World bring joy and inspiration and new knowledge to all who come to this happy place.
1971. After the success of Disneyland in Anaheim, California, the Walt Disney Company opened Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida, which would soon become one of the top visited tourist attractions in the world. Just 3 years after the Magic Kingdom's inaugural season, the resort opened its second main attraction in 1974, Treasure Island. Later renamed to Discovery Island, this was a zoological attraction located on Bay Lake within the Walt Disney World Resort. Guests could access the island by boat and, once there, were surrounded by animal exhibits featuring exotic birds, reptiles, monkeys, and more. As guests walked along the forest-immersed paths from exhibit to exhibit, Discovery Island offered a great secluded way to enjoy the wildlife of the world. Discovery Island was a lot of things. Beautiful, intriguing, relaxing, but there's one thing it was not. One of a kind. An even wilder animal park on an island existed right there in Florida. 1982. Businessman R.H. Dickerman purchased property on Lake Toho and, with it, opened a new exotic animal attraction. Operating under the name Cypress Island, this park was on the same secluded island Seminole Chief Imatla used as a sanctuary over a century prior. Only this time, what was on the island was not native to the area. Cypress Island Park was home to Dickerman's personal collection of more than 250 exotic animals. Many were native to Australia, New Zealand, Africa, Asia, and South America. Unlike its Disney's counterpart, Discovery Island, Cypress Island did not have designated exhibits for its wildlife. Rather, animals freely roamed the island, and guests could walk around and enjoy the day as they pleased. At any point around the island, visitors could approach emus, llamas, bighorn sheep, feral hogs, and goats. It was a zoo with no fences, no dividers, no trenches. Wherever you could walk, the animals could walk too. The entire island was a singular exhibit, a habitat for the animals. Much like why the Seminoles loved this island generations ago, Cypress Island was an escape that felt untouched by the outside world. While Disney's Discovery Island was a popular destination for tourists visiting Walt Disney World, Cypress Island stayed a little-known secret among locals, costing only a small fee to take a ferry 2 miles out on Lake Toho. This was the only way on and off the island, a hidden, wild getaway in the middle of Central Florida. It was a spot so close yet so far away from any major theme park, and land developers yet to have gotten their hands on it. That's how the island would stay. 1995. Over a decade has passed since Cypress Island opened as an exotic wildlife park. After island owner R.H. Dickerman had tried to develop the property to maximize on its lakeside value, the nearly 200-acre Cypress Island was still operating as an exotic wildlife park by the mid-90s. Herds of animals still freely walked the natural meadows and forests of the island. Being featured in the newspaper and in travel books, Cypress Island was fairly known by that time among locals as an escape from the technologies of everyday life in the 90s, and it was a glimpse into Florida's natural beauty mixed with hundreds of animals you couldn't find anywhere else roaming around Florida. The same island Native Americans found comfort and protection in is the place Dickerman's exotic animals now call home. More importantly, the island itself was safe from development. Well, at least not for long. Reportedly, 1995 was the park's final year of operation. What was once a dream made reality with thriving wildlife would soon be the destination for towering condos or golf course. A harsh contrast from a place where animals rule to a spot where cars and buildings will take over, all on one of the few dry islands on a lake in Florida. 1999. Walt Disney World's Discovery Island closes to the public. While that attraction's future or lack thereof became certain, what was to come for Cypress Island was very much unknown. Cypress Island was now up for auction. With a lakeside property being very valuable, the well-being of the island was very much in jeopardy. The proposals to utilize the property for condos or golf courses would soon turn the property into the very opposite of its original purpose as an escape when it was discovered and used centuries prior by the Seminoles. With development on the horizon, the island's natural beauty was in danger, and the exotic animals that lived on the island at the time of the wildlife park's closure have an uncertain future about their peaceful home and where they'll live. What was once a secret hideout was now the focal point of a high-profile auction with hundreds of bidders. Cypress Island was now on the verge of modern development. Part 2, next week. Please consider subscribing so you don't miss that upload, and help us out by hitting the like button. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time.